The Vortak delegation floated gracefully into the conference room, their translucent bodies pulsing with bioluminescent patterns that indicated supreme confidence. Commander Elena Rodriguez stood at attention, representing humanity in what would be remembered as the most catastrophic first contact in galactic history. The lead Vortak, distinguished by deeper purple hues in its gelatinous form, extended what passed for appendages in a gesture of greeting. Through the universal translator, its melodious voice resonated. "Human Rodriguez, we are honored to finally meet your species. As is our custom with new civilizations, we shall now perform the melding, a telepathic exchange that will allow us to understand your people completely." Elena's jaw tightened imperceptibly. Earth's diplomats had prepared for many scenarios, but not this. "I'm afraid I must ask about the nature of this melding." "Fear not," the Vortak assured, its body rippling with what they'd learned was amusement. "It is painless. We simply touch minds, experience your thoughts, memories, and essence. Through you, we understand all humanity. It has served us well in establishing peaceful relations with 47 species." The other humans in the room shifted nervously, but Elena remained still. Unknown to the aliens, humanity had detected their approach years ago and prepared accordingly. Elena wasn't just a commander, she was specifically chosen and trained for this moment. "I consent to the melding," Elena said calmly. The Vortak's satisfaction was visible in the brightening of its biolights. 3 of them glided forward, surrounding Elena in a triangle formation. Their forms began to shimmer, and she felt the first tendrils of alien thought touching her consciousness. Elena smiled and opened her mind completely. The screaming started within seconds. The lead Vortak recoiled so violently it splattered against the far wall before reconstituting itself. The others writhed, their bioluminescence flashing in chaotic patterns of red and white, colors the human diplomats had never seen them display before. "What are you?" the lead Vortak shrieked through the translator, though its terror needed no translation. Elena tilted her head innocently. "I'm human. Is something wrong?" The Vortak were now huddled in the corner, as far from Elena as the room allowed. Their forms trembled, creating small puddles of biomatter that they seemed too distressed to reabsorb. "Your mind, the chaos, the violence." One managed to gurgle. "How do you function? How does your species survive?" "Oh, that." Elena's smile widened. "That's just my morning commute. Would you like to see what I think about when someone takes my parking spot?" "No," all 3 Vortak screamed in unison. The lead Vortak struggled to compose itself, professional duty warring with primal terror. "We saw. You imagine violence against your own kind constantly. Intrusive thoughts of pushing strangers into traffic, stabbing annoying coworkers, elaborate revenge fantasies against minor slights." "That's normal," Elena shrugged. "We all think things like that. We just don't act on them. Usually." "Usually?" The Vortak's form destabilized further. "And the other things," another Vortak whispered. "The compartmentalization. You were simultaneously planning dinner, composing a mental letter to your mother, calculating trajectory equations, remembering a movie from 20 years ago, worrying about your mortgage, and imagining us in tutus." Why tutus?" "I thought you'd look cute," Elena replied. The Vortak delegation exchanged rapid bioluminescent flashes, their equivalent of panicked whispers. Finally, the lead addressed her again, maintaining maximum distance. "Commander Rodriguez, we must reconsider our approach to humanity. Your species appears to be unique in its mental composition." "Unique how?" "Every other species we've encountered has orderly thoughts. Linear. Predictable. Yours are chaos incarnate. Beautiful, terrible chaos. You suppress violent impulses constantly, multitask impossibly, and maintain sanity through what can only be described as sophisticated madness." Elena nodded thoughtfully. "So, about that peace treaty." "Granted," the lead Vortak exclaimed immediately. "Full diplomatic relations, trade agreements, mutual defense pacts, whatever you want. Just, please, no more melding." As the Vortak hastily evacuated, leaving glowing trails of fearful biomatter, Elena turned to her fellow humans with a grin. "I think that went well." The diplomatic team erupted in relieved laughter. Humanity's greatest weakness, their chaotic, intrusive, thought-filled minds, had just become their greatest strength. Word would spread through the galaxy. Humans were not to be trifled with. They were the species whose own minds were weapons of psychological warfare. And Elena hadn't even shown them her anxiety spirals yet.